fell into the fissure, that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Real Myst. So I am very excited about showing you guys this game. And the thing about this game is that I had to really force the compatibility for it. Because it's such an old game, I had to force the compatibility into Windows XP mode. That's how old this game is. This game actually came out back in the 2000s. The original game came out in about 95. This used to be a Windows 95 game. It's that old. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the first island, which is Myst itself, which you're about to see here on this book. This book is called An Age, and it's a linking book. Basically what they are is past this first few pages, there are it's actually supposed to be the very first page, but there are words written in a certain dialect, with a certain paper, with a certain book, and a certain ink. And they become these worlds. Let's go take a look, shall we? Alright, so this island is Myst. So, Atreus created this world to get away from his father. Don't we all wish that we could create worlds to get rid of our parents? And I'm going to flip on all these switches so we can kind of make this go a little bit, not as fast. But I'm going to spout out some lore while we do this. So the entire premise of Myst is that he is the son of someone named Gin. And Gin, I'll pick up that paper in a moment. Gin is the son of Atreus and Tiana. Now, Tiana was originally named Anna, and she's actually from our world, because apparently the Cleft is over in Arizona somewhere. But whenever he wrote about it, it made it kind of sound like he was out in the deserts of like the Mideast or Africa, something like that. But so a great tragedy befell after she became inducted into the culture of the Dini, or the Ni, as one character from End of Ages calls it. So, Gen's wife died in childbirth. Here's Tiana's resting place. Gen's wife died during childbirth with Atreus, and he entrusted Atreus begrudgingly to Tiana. Tiana raised him as an actual grandmother, so he knew that Tiana was his actual grandmother. And Gin came and took him whenever he was 13 to show him the way of the Dini. So he showed him Riven, and there Atreus met Catherine. Catherine became his wife, but first they had to go and trap Gin and Riven before they could escape. So after they escaped, what you saw in the very beginning of Atreus falling into the fissure with the book, that was him actually falling out of Riven into the fissure. to escape, because I think they either burned, I can't remember if they burned all of his books or they destroyed them somehow, so that way he could not have a way off of Riven. And Riven was starting to decay, because Gin wants to be a god. He doesn't want to put links to worlds so he can explore. He's not an explorer, he's a ruler. So after he left, they trapped Gin in Riven. And then they, Atris and Catherine had 2 sons, Cirrus and Akbar. And that is all the lore that you need to know at this current time. So, we have a lot of places to explore. We have the shipwreck over here. We have a big old cog that's over here. There's a spaceship over here. Over here is a generator, underground generator, and over here is a giant redwood tree. And you'll notice that these right here have these little pictures around it, and in the middle of this well is a shipwreck. Everything kind of connects to everything. So what I did is I came in here after I flipped on all the switches that I could, and we're going to click on this picture. And by doing that, it lowers this, and it shuts the store, and it opens up the fireplace. We're not going to worry about the fireplace for right now. So we're going to come over here and click on this map. And you'll notice this blinking thing, and you can grab it. So we're going to grab, and it has a red line. So we're going to go and see what this has done. And this is the tower. So we're going to come back over here and look. If you ever want to go and play this game, it is on GOG.com, goodoldgames.com. It doesn't cost too much because it's a direct download. You're going to want pen and paper. You really need pen and paper. So we're going to go up into the tower and see what that did. In the tower. So in front of us you can see that this thing has a plate. And we're going to go up here, and it has a sliver of a window, and you can see that we can see the cogs over here. So we're going to go downstairs again. Come around. Oops. And this one has a key. And this says 240 221. This is why you need pen and paper. And we're going to do that for all of the tower rotations until we get all of the keys. So, I will be back with another key. Okay, we're going to rotate this way. It's a new one. Okay, I'm right here. And this is for the shipwreck. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. November 23rd, 9791, 6:57 p.m. So we're going to go back down and do another one. Okay. This is for the redwood tree. Okay, 724 for the redwood tree. Alright, the last one that we have is the spaceship. So let's go get that one. Alright, so for the spaceship we have 59 volts. So what we're going to do, I have written all these down. I am going to go pull up the shipwreck. And by doing that we need to get the constellations from these dates. And I know I didn't explore everything fully whenever I was pulling up the lore of everything. So we'll go look at the constellation. Okay, so I am back here in the library, and I'm going to click on this picture. And this picture puts everything back the way it is. So I need to look through these books and find constellations. But first, I need to go find the actual constellations. And this is the constellation room. Doesn't look like much, but you gotta push this blue button right here. And voila, you got the constellations. I will put up each one when I find it. Okay, this one's October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. Next one is January 17th, 12:07. $5:46 a.m. We'll find that one. And there it is. On to the next one. Alright, here we are with our final constellation. So what we need to do is we need to find these constellations in one of the books that's in the library. So let's go do that real quick. And one of the real things that I really like about Real Myst is that the time changes. The sun actually rises and sets. And in the original one, it's just stock images, basically. Stoic, not stock images. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. Hurry up, okay. So we need to find that one. This is the ship's book. Constellations are in the back. And he gives lore and what he found out about the shipwreck. He calls it the rocks. And apparently it used to not rain as much, and there used to be little islands scattered here and there. And people would just suddenly pop up out of nowhere. And there was 4 people. There was Will, Emmett, Branch, and God, what was her name? Let me see if I can find her name. I think it was Susan. Oh, it says, it was Will who first spotted the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. So, let's get the stone ship age. So, here's constellations. So, we have the snake. We have the bug, and the last one is the leaf. So what we need to do is we need to go back out and find these guys right here. So we have the snake, we have the bug, and coming back around, we have the leaf. And you'll notice that it activates this ship, but it also raises this one over here as well, which is really neat. I like watching the events that lead up to it. Alright, so let's go down here. Oh, first, before we do that, let's do this. Catherine, I've left you a message of utmost importance in our 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to receive the message. And that's how you usually get your clues, is just like you have to figure out how many things there are and where what is placed and memorize. You have to have something to write with. And the amount of marker switches is the docks, the gears, the lighthouse, the stone ship. the generator, the clock, the redwood forest, and... oh, what was the other one? Oh, I forgot. So it's... oh, and the boats, where the little toy boat in the well was. So that makes 8. Push that button, kicks it back out. And you go over here and you listen to his message.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons. I suspect Agonar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Alright, so he says that there's a possibility that his sons might have burned the books, but he's not entirely too sure. So before we do that, you might have noticed that there was a red and a blue book that both had pages beside them, a red and a blue page. So we're going to go check that out real quick. So here's the red book. Take the page, put it in the book. Open the book, and let's watch.
Live. Bring me a red page. I can't see. Need a red page, you must. Bring. Shit. I am serious. Give it up. There is one thing I need to rescue.
Okay, so he said that his name is Cirrus, so he's one of the sons. I can't really get anything else out of what he said, so let's see what's in the blue book.
Serious? Are you? See you. Nah. Help me. Bring blue pages. Never. Pages. I must have the blue page. Give them to me.
Alright, he seemed a little bit unstable. That was Agonar. And you'll notice that they both said that, hey, I need the pages of the color of my book and bring them to me. So. But at the same time, Atris told us that one of his sons probably burned his books. So which one was it? And why are they in those books in the first place? But I will go ahead and leave this episode right here, and the next time we will be looking at the Stone Ship Age, which seems to be very rainy and not so clear. I think we'll have some fun then. And I will see you next time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.